Sneak. To sneak is to move quietly in order not to be seen or heard.
The thief snuck out of the house without anyone noticing him.
Gloom. Gloom is a state of almost complete darkness or sadness.
In the gloom of the morning, it was difficult to see the boat on the lake.
Rod. A rod is a thin stick made of wood or metal.
I bought a new fishing rod to use while on vacation.
Prospect. A prospect is a possibility that something will happen.
He wakes up every morning with the prospect of having a good day.
Abroad. An action done abroad is done in a different country.
My friend is going on a summer trip abroad.
Museum. A museum is a building that displays cultural, social, and scientific objects.
The Louvre is a famous museum in France.
Gradual. Something gradual happens slowly.
Children learn to read at a gradual pace. They do not learn right away.
Breadth. Breadth is the distance from one side to the other side of something.
The breadth of the northern wall of the house is 20 meters.
Upper. An upper position is a higher position.
He took the elevator to the upper floor.
Airline. An airline is a company that takes people to different places by plane.
The airline has excellent customer service.
Outlaw. An outlaw is a criminal who hides from the police.
The police passed out posters of the outlaw to all the people.
Inhabit. To inhabit means to live in a certain place.
No one inhabits the ancient city.
Object. An object is a non-living thing that you can see or touch.
The shopping cart was filled with objects.
Family. A family is a group of people who are related to each other.
There are 4 people in my family.
Audience. An audience is a group of people who gather to watch someone do something.
He was excited to be part of the audience.
Cottage. A cottage is a small old house in the countryside.
My aunt lives in a pretty cottage in the mountains.
Gamble. To gamble means to play a game that involves winning or losing money.
Many people like to go to casinos to gamble.
Hurricane. A hurricane is a bad storm that happens over the ocean.
The wind from the hurricane bent the palm tree.
Detect. To detect means to notice or find something.
The boy ran to the kitchen when he detected the smell of cookies.
Bargain. A bargain is a very good price paid for a product.
She was looking forward to getting a good bargain at the supermarket.
Stem. The stem of a plant is the stick that grows leaves or flowers.
The rose had a long, thin stem.
Cartoon. A cartoon is a funny drawing.
Sometimes people draw cartoons for the newspaper.
Port. A port is a place where ships stop to load and unload things.
The ship was being loaded with materials at the port.
Sore. Sore means feeling or causing pain.
After lifting the heavy box, Mona's back was sore.
Theater. A theater is a place where people can watch movies or live shows.
He took her to see a comedy show at the theater.
Brief. A brief action lasts a short time.
The lawyers took a brief break.
Cautious. A cautious person is careful to avoid danger.
Be very cautious as you stack those boxes.
Pour. To pour a liquid means to make it come out of a container.
I poured some milk into my sister's cup.
Purse. A purse is a bag in which women keep money, makeup, keys, etc.
My sister likes to buy designer purses.
Romantic. Romantic means related to or about love.
The young couple went to see a romantic movie.
Currency. The currency of a country is the type of money used in that country.
The currency in China is different from that in Australia.
Daytime. Daytime is the time of the day when the sky is light.
The kids are only allowed to play outside in the daytime.
Wine. Wine is an alcoholic drink made from grapes.
The store carried both red and white wine.
Flavor. A flavor is the taste of food or drinks.
The flavor of the ice cream was very good.
Veterinarian. A veterinarian is a doctor who takes care of animals.
Wanda became a veterinarian because she loves dogs.
Data. Data is a collection of information and facts.
He saved all the data on his computer.
Contrary. A contrary thing is the opposite to another thing.
It isn't warm outside at all. On the contrary, it is quite cold.
Scatter. To scatter something is to make it go in many places.
I accidentally scattered all of my pills.
Aboard. Someone aboard a ship or plane is in or on it.
They climbed aboard the kayak and paddled through the river.
Elegant. Something elegant is very fancy and pleasing.
In Japan, women wear elegant kimonos on special occasions.
Domestic. Domestic refers to something that happens within a particular country.
The airline has 50 domestic flights daily.
Desperate. A desperate person will try anything to do or change something.
I'm desperate to find a new job.
Rage. Rage is a very angry feeling.
The chef was filled with rage when his helpers ruined the meal.
Abroad. An action done abroad is done in a different country.
My friend is going on a summer trip abroad.
Sigh. To sigh is to breathe out loudly to show tiredness, boredom, or sadness.
Molly sighed when she looked at all the information she had to research.
Wizard. A wizard is a man who can do magic.
The wizard made gold fall from the sky.
Bitter. A bitter person feels upset or angry about something.
He was extremely bitter when his computer crashed.
Draft. A draft is a piece of written work that is not in its final form.
He was writing his first draft.
Instant. An instant is a very short amount of time.
A microwave oven cooks food in an instant.
Surprise. To surprise is to cause something that is unexpected.
His parents decided to surprise him with a puppy.
Seldom. Seldom shows that an action doesn't happen very often.
It seldom rains in southern Arizona.
Instead. Instead means in place of.
He ate the carrot instead of the ice cream.
Airline. An airline is a company that takes people to different places by plane.
The airline has excellent customer service.
Gather. To gather is to form a group or bring together.
We will gather the children before the meeting.
Spare. To spare something is to give it away because it is not needed.
I wanted to help him, but I couldn't spare a tire.
Audience. An audience is a group of people who gather to watch someone do something.
He was excited to be part of the audience.
Devil. The devil is a powerful evil spirit in some religions.
The church promised protection from the devil.
Mutual. A mutual thing is felt in the same way by two or more people.
Robert likes Sarah, and she likes him. The feeling is mutual.
Dispute. A dispute is an argument or disagreement that people have.
Karen and Brian often have disputes about silly things.
Bargain. A bargain is a very good price paid for a product.
She was looking forward to getting a good bargain at the supermarket.
Hobby. A hobby is a fun and creative activity people do in their free time.
She liked to paint as a hobby.
Clay. Clay is a type of heavy, wet soil used to make pots.
She made a bowl out of the clay.
Mow. To mow grass is to cut it to make it short.
I mow our lawn every weekend.
Tense. When you are tense, you are not comfortable and feel unhappy.
I felt very tense, waiting to hear the result of the vote.
Surround. To surround something is to close in on it from all sides.
We surrounded the suspect on all four sides.
Income. An income is the money you earned from work.
She was saving her income to buy a house.
Fortunate. If you are fortunate, you are lucky.
I was fortunate to get a seat.
Bench. A bench is a long seat for two or more people.
Most parks have benches for people to relax upon.
Ordinary. Ordinary means normal, or not special in any way.
Today was just an ordinary day. Nothing unusual happened.
Brief. A brief action lasts a short time.
The lawyers took a brief break.
Remind. To remind is to tell someone to remember to do something.
Nick's dad reminded him to do his homework.
Currency. The currency of a country is the type of money used in that country.
The currency in China is different from that in Australia.
Unite. To unite is to get together to do something.
If we unite, we can finish our project faster.
Jet. A jet is a fast plane with a big engine.
Her company owns a private jet.
Fade. To fade is to become quieter or less bright.
The piece of cloth I found was old and faded.
Architecture. Architecture is the design and form of a building.
The Sydney Opera House is a good example of modern architecture.
Data. Data is a collection of information and facts.
He saved all the data on his computer.
Fierce. A fierce person or animal is angry or violent.
Wolves are fierce animals. Do not disturb them.
Punish. To punish means to make someone suffer for breaking the rules or laws.
To punish me, my teacher had me stand in the corner.
Maximum. Maximum is the highest amount of anything allowed.
The maximum driving speed here is 80 kilometers per hour.
Domestic. Domestic refers to something that happens within a particular country.
The airline has 50 domestic flights daily.
Pat. To pat something is to hit it softly with your hand.
I patted some lotion onto my face.
Love. To love is to like something or someone a lot.
I love my family very much.
Minister. A minister is an important person in government with many duties.
The Minister of Education controls the country's schools.
Ban. To ban something is to not let people do it.
Smoking is banned in this building.
Official. An official thing is approved by someone in authority.
Her official degree was being transferred.
Shop. To shop is to visit places where goods are sold in order to look at and buy things.
Tom decided to shop for groceries on his way home.
Plane. A plane is a vehicle that has an engine and wings and flies in the air.
They took a plane across the ocean to India.
Draft. A draft is a piece of written work that is not in its final form.
He was writing his first draft.
Judge. To judge something is to say if it is good or bad.
The boy was going to judge how his mother's turkey tasted.
Tale. A tale is a story.
She told her two friends about the wild tale of her day.
Gather. To gather is to form a group or bring together.
We will gather the children before the meeting.
Recommend. To recommend means to give advice based on experience.
His doctor will recommend the best medicine for her cough.
Fear. Fear is the feeling of being afraid.
I have a great fear of skateboarding.
Shave. To shave means to cut the hairs on one's face with a sharp tool.
My father shaves his face every day because he doesn't want a beard.
Trigger. A trigger is the part of a gun that a person pulls to make it fire.
The man had his finger on the trigger of the gun.
Confess. To confess is to admit a bad or embarrassing truth.
The woman confessed that she had stolen the money.
Lawn. A lawn is an area covered in grass.
My dad keeps the lawn in front of our house very neat.
Hobby. A hobby is a fun and creative activity people do in their free time.
She liked to paint as a hobby.
Refer. To refer to something means to mention or call attention to it.
Mr. Sid referred to the time to show Bill that he was late for class.
Mercy. Mercy is a feeling or act of kindness.
He asked his boss for mercy and to not fire him.
Arrive. To arrive is to get somewhere.
They arrived at school at 7 a.m.
Reward. A reward is something given in exchange for good behavior or work.
He was given a reward for his excellent performance.
Control. To control something is to make it do what you want.
To control the TV, just push the buttons.
Remote. A remote place is distant or far away.
He lived in a remote village in the Himalayas.
Forecast. A forecast is an idea about what the weather will be like in the future.
The forecast says that it will rain all week.
Income. An income is the money you earned from work.
She was saving her income to buy a house.
Light. Light is a form of energy or brightness that makes it possible to see something.
I will turn on the light so that you can see.
Terrified. A terrified person or animal is extremely scared.
When I saw the ghost, I was absolutely terrified.
Among. If you are among certain things, they are all around you.
There was a red apple among the green ones.
Sleepless. Sleepless describes a time period in which someone does not sleep.
Jill had a sleepless night because she had so much on her mind.
Revenge. Revenge is the act of hurting someone who has hurt you.
He broke his sister's doll as revenge after she lost his favorite book.
Jet. A jet is a fast plane with a big engine.
Her company owns a private jet.
Shame. Shame is a bad feeling about things one has done wrong.
The boy felt shame about misplacing his clothes.
Hop. To hop means to jump a short distance.
The kangaroo quickly hopped away from danger.
Empty. An empty container is one that has no things in it.
The teacher showed the students an empty bottle.
Volume. The volume is the total amount of something.
The volume of cars in the parking lot was steadily increasing.
Exhausting. An exhausting activity is very tiring.
After an exhausting journey, we finally arrived.
Grade. A grade is a score or mark given to someone's work.
I managed to get good grades on my report card.
Maximum. Maximum is the highest amount of anything allowed.
The maximum driving speed here is 80 kilometers per hour.
Profession. A profession is a person's job.
He loved sailing, so he chose to work on ships as a profession.
Compose. To compose something is to make it from smaller parts.
Tony composed his report using many sources of information.
Official. An official thing is approved by someone in authority.
Her official degree was being transferred.
Recommend. To recommend means to give advice based on experience.
His doctor will recommend the best medicine for her cough.
Refer. To refer to something means to mention or call attention to it.
Mr. Sid referred to the time to show Bill that he was late for class.
Remote. A remote place is distant or far away.
He lived in a remote village in the Himalayas.
Sleepless. Sleepless describes a time period in which someone does not sleep.
Jill had a sleepless night because she had so much on her mind.
Volume. The volume is the total amount of something.
The volume of cars in the parking lot was steadily increasing.